Jörg and I hit it off instantly, not only because of our artistic and musical interests, but also his curiosity and search for knowledge and adventure. Plain and simple, his bohemian mentality clicked with mine. I've known Jörg for over 20 years now. In fact, he and I were introduced by his cousin, who I met at Sadlack's Bar, which was my old hangout in Raleigh, North Carolina. Jörg's visual art ranges from painting, printmaking, drawing, sculpture. He's honestly a true Renaissance figure of our time. There's not a style or a genre or a time period that he has not studied or dwelled in. It's really amazing to talk with him.
Was Material ist das? Holz?
Das ist Holz, ja. Das ist ein so Knotzen.
And then mit
Und ich hab das auf so ein Plastikfolie, also auf so ein, da habe ich das draufgesetzt und hier auch. Das ist ein Pferd. Ja, und da habe ich so ein Holzklotz, so ein Billett draufgesetzt. Ja.
Ah, das ist super.
Das ist auch ein Holz da oben.
Okay.
Und das habe ich mal gefunden, das war so ein, da waren nur noch die Füße dran, da war mal so ein Engel oder so eine Putte drauf gewesen oder so.
Okay.
Da hab ich das halt so.
Ist das deins auch?
Das war ja, das ist von einer Barbie-Puppe da oben.
Ja.
Ja.
Und das auch ist deins?
Nee, das habe ich nicht gemacht, das ist ein Freund von mir.
Okay.
Und das war ein Flaschenöffner hier. Da habe ich auch ein Holz draufgesetzt.
Okay, cool.
Introducing an experience into the world of art. Let's take a trip into the mind. Let's take a walk through the environments of art, creativity, and creation with Christopher King Jameson.
The electricity alone is going up 54%. Cost of living here in Europe is getting outrageous now because of something going on, and you know what I mean. It's not good. Food has gone up, gas of course, and now the utilities. Absolutely insane. It's getting harder and harder to deal with. It's kind of a bummer. Now, did you get exposed to art when you were younger, like in your younger years, or?
My father, he painted. He made aquarels.
Okay.
And he was
watercolors. What was the subject matter?
He was a soldier, and he liked to make drawings of old soldiers, like old uniforms and things like that,
Cool.
like hussar. I don't know, the old uniforms, which are very colored with a lot of golden stuff and things like that, and red and things, and
the medals and everything. Okay, cool.
So he made like these. He made drawings with ink. Okay. And then he makes aquarel
with color. Okay. Wow. Cool.
In our living room, there were lots of soldiers.
Okay. Cool. It's weird. Oh God.
I like to make model airplanes, and I made plans for the airplanes.
Okay.
So just like they look like birds. Birds form like natural forms. Okay. Not really for flying.
Right.
But, so I made plans of this, and my grandfather, he was sailor. He was driving sailing around the world about 1900.
Oh, wow.
And he had in his house there was one room where lots of things he brought back from Japan and from China and from Russia and things like that. Wow. And so I liked sailboats. Yeah, so I made drawings of sailing ships.
Okay. Wow.
So, but
that's cool.
I always wanted to sail also.
Yeah. And have you ever?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I sailed, but not really.
Right.
Your influences of visual art, what are your favorites?
No, it's difficult to say. There's a lot of things, and it's also changing. You know, when I was younger, I prefer like expressionistic things. Now I don't look too much. I look more like on the old stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, the first picture which impressed me very much was El Greco.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So I went I was in the Uffizium in Florence, and I passed one picture of El Greco.
Okay.
And I was just banned like that.
Wow. Okay.
Because I don't know why. But it's very very strange.
Yeah.
Strange colors and things like that. I didn't really like it too much, but I was very interested, and I had really look a long time on the picture. This was the first time I looked more on the old stuff. Okay. And then I was in Amsterdam once, and I saw I saw a very small painting of Vermeer.
Okay.
And it's like a girl reading a letter.
Yes.
And it's very small, but same. I just passed it, looked at it, and I had this, and I was fixed.
Right. Yeah. So there's definitely paintings like that for me too.
Yeah. There's lots of I like lot of other painters or performers or people who make videos, things, and it's hard to say which one I prefer most or something like that.
Yeah, I am very inspired by Titian, just because I've spent so much time in Vienna in the Kunsthistorische Museum. They've got a large selection, and I've seen several shows of put together from his work, and just being able to get up closer to some of those paintings and seeing when you're further back, everything is very classical and very tight. But then when you get closer and closer, you like have this, it's like, whoa, this is abstract almost, and just like really wacky, you know?
I had this impression also with Goya. First I didn't like Goya too much. So I thought, But then I saw that's always good to see the real pictures
Yes,
and
the
not
original.
the photographs or something
Yes,
like that.
yes, yes.
And when you see the real pictures, it's the same. You go back and you see
Yeah.
the chicken, and you go very close
Yeah.
and you see it's just here dot and
Yeah.
things, and
Yeah, yeah.
it's very free in a way.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do more political work, or what inspires your actual artwork? Is it political, or is it just does it change every week or something? You know, where does
It's not political, but it's influenced by the things that happen.
okay?
So in this way, it's political, but
Yeah.
not.
You're not going. I'm gonna do this because of
Because I'm influenced. Often I take things out of the newspaper.
yeah.
And so it's just what daily happens, and I when I work on it, it's like a comment in a
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
So, but I don't say I want to do a political comment about this and that,
Right.
and in this way not.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So it's a thing between it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So as far as music and your visual arts, like, do you prefer one more than the other?
Not really. It's just changing. Sometimes I like it more. I'm more in the musical
Right.
part. Sometimes I'm more in the visual or painting part. And,
Right.
so it's just. But
You don't have a preference.
no, not really. It's just. Well, I wouldn't. I didn't like to miss one.
Yeah.
One of them.
Yes. Yeah.
But as I say, sometimes I prefer this, sometimes that. So
Okay.
I just change from
Right,
the one
right.
to the other.
Okay.
But that means when I'm more painting, I still play guitar. Or when I'm playing guitar, I do some drawings and things
Sure.
like that.
Okay. Yeah. Have you ever combined them? Like,
Yes, we did some performances
Okay.
with No-Tone Orchestra was
Okay.
the name.
Yeah.
Actually, it was my idea, and so we tried to take a room. When we come to a room, we see how you can use it musically, or some things which are in the room
Okay.
as found. Some things we found there. So
Right.
it was once we found like a canoe, not canoe.
rowboat,
Yeah, 8
Okay.
people along. So,
like a sculling,
Yeah.
a skull. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it was a little bit kaput.
Yeah.
So, but it was of wood, made of wood. So we took this boat and we hang it. It was a big room.
Okay.
So we hang it from the ceiling.
Uh-huh.
So it was hanging in the room, and
Yeah.
we put some strings on the boat.
Okay.
And we took some pickups.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
make
Yeah,
some
yeah.
pickups under the strings.
Yes.
And so you could use the boat for making sounds.
Cool. Okay.
We made some performances with this.
Alright,
So we
alright,
just
okay.
dressed weird and started playing the boat and put some things around, just
Okay.
things we found.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also there you could make some percussion and things like that.
Cool.
So
Okay. You recently moved out of your studio and now it's back home. Is it better for you to have it right there at your home, or is it better, do you like to get away and get out to work? Do you notice a difference? Like, are you more inspired or less inspired to work if it's at home?
it's difficult also because when you're at home, it's more easy to just to do a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But it's also easy to quit.
Yeah.
And the other thing is if you have to drive with your bike half an hour to
Yeah.
the atelier,
Yeah.
and then you don't go just for half an hour,
Right.
but you stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Dedication.
say,
Yeah.
I don't go back now because, and so if you're there, you do
More substantial work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Huh. Okay.
But I always also like it to have it at home. So,
Right. And now, do you have like certain hours of the day that you prefer to work on your?
I like most to prefer to work in the daylight.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Because for me it's difficult with the colors. I always I need the daylight to see the colors in the right way.
Okay.
So because for me it's some very small differences in the colors.
Sure.
And I don't see it when I have other different light.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Techniques, do you prefer painting or over drawing or printmaking or sculpture or what is your favorite material to use or
actually
like...
I did the most times I did paintings.
Mm-hmm.
And when I painted I mostly took oil colors.
Okay.
But mostly I like a mixture
Sure.
with you just start with the drawing and make something, maybe you glue something on it or not. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah, just go on and
yeah.
For me it just can take anything.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No preference on working styles or anything.
Yeah, just experimenting.
Right.
So
Okay.
that's a preference. So the preference.
Okay. I'm in Großsachsen and I am in the zone. Supposedly down this way is possibly an old ruins of a Roman style villa. And I'm not sure if it's actually in the zone or not. It's a really pretty day, but I am gonna make this quick because it is freaking cold. Alright. put the money in. Ooh, wow. Oh, that's too cool. That is neat. So, they got freaking, oh man, chocolate apple chips and apple chips, and you can buy apple juice. Too freaking cool. Drawing's done. It's just gonna be one today because honestly, as usual, I gotta go shopping. Love the birds, it's kind of cool. The crows. Jörg, thank you so much for choosing my zone, and until the next.